will win. Because we will hit all game. We are motivated. We are dedicated. Come on now. Come on now. We will win. We are the best on the field. And we hit the field like all day light, all night light, on the blue light, offense light, defense light, his squad light, house call light, and it sound light, and it sound light, and it sound light.
18 wheels grinding, I'm a beast unleashed. Every load I haul, that's a war I breach. Through the rain, through the storm, through the midnight ride. I ain't stopping till the stars burn bright. Don't tell my tale. Haters on my name, but I'm built for the road. I don't play no games. From the dirt lot hustlers to the kingpin crown. We rise up strong, we never back down. Never back down, never give in. Diesel in my blood, this is how we win. Road gets rough, I still roll proud. 10 never thunder, screaming loud. Diesel in my blood, this is how we win. Road gets rough, I still roll proud. 10 never thunder, screaming loud. White lines long, but my wheels still longer. Loads get heavy, but my soul grows strong. Every curve, every grade, every mountain climb. I'm the outlaw king till the end of time. Heart on fire, engine roaring loud. This is my life, this is my vow. Ain't no quit, no turning around. Trucker stand tall, we never back down. Never back down.
Welcome to Inside Raider Nation, live from REDHORN Brewery and Roastery. I am your host, Sonny Zepeda. Joining me tonight, don't adjust your sets, don't adjust YouTube, it's okay. It is not Coach Man, it is the Coach Elrod of the Rouse Raider football team.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
No, thanks for coming and joining. I know we missed you one time, that was not your fault.
Yeah, I guess some communication happened. I'm not for sure.
Text didn't go through.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
Maybe you just ditched me is what.
Maybe I ditched you, yeah. I apologize for that.
He would not do that.
I turned on YouTube and I was like, what's going on? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be there.
Oh, yeah, that's supposed to be me. We're going to do a silhouette, but we just decided, no, we'll just go with what we got. But we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. We're going to talk about last week's game. We're going to talk about last week of the season. Coach, it's already here. I mean, I know for you guys that have been grinding since spring, right, pretty much, and no stop over the summer. You get maybe a couple days.
Yeah.
You know, take a little breather, but you guys have been going, and I know it goes faster and faster every year. And this is how many years coaching for Rouse that you have?
I've been at Rouse for 17 years.
17 years.
20 total, 17 at Rouse.
Wow. So, I'm sure you can remember back in the first few years, it was like it felt like a grind. And now it almost feels like, okay, you blink, you turn around, and week 10, week 11, whatever they call it.
July felt like last week.
Yeah.
At times.
Well, it was just hot, right? As hot as July has been, even in October.
We got to put a jacket on last week. But no, it goes by fast, man, especially when you have great kids.
Yeah, and it's just like you don't want it to end. I mean, we could talk about all that stuff. We're going to save that for the last show because that's kind of the wrap-up whenever that happens this season. We're going to talk about playoffs. We're going to talk about all that picture and how muddy it looks and kind of try to figure out. I know everybody's scratching their head. We got lots of messages and comments. What's going on? 6 minutes and 42 seconds left to go and 3 timeouts from the side of the Patriots, and none of them were used. And people thought we had the graphic wrong, that maybe we didn't adjust the timeouts because we have it showing on the scoreboard. It was correct, and nobody can figure it out. We even had the bike crew.
We started asking if we were truly in the fourth quarter. Like it was one of those, like, hey, are we in the fourth quarter? Like we were all looking at each other like.
Maybe they didn't change it. See, that's the thing, you know. And of course, then people will go, maybe he thought the Eastview coach thought we're 24 and y'all were 21. Maybe he got the score backward.
Maybe it was a time change mess. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure there was some strategy behind it. And the thing about it is I drove away from Birkelbach Field feeling really good that I didn't have to be the head coach of Eastview Patriots answering those questions to, 1, the seniors, 2, to the parents, and 3, to anybody else that asked you.
Yeah, that's surely he put the pen to paper and figured it all out. And sometimes in this business you got to make decisions, and I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. It benefited us. We take a win. A win's a win, and we'll take it. And maybe he's playing numbers, and maybe he knows something we don't know. But he had momentum in his favor, and he had 3 timeouts with lots of time left. We were struggling, and then all of a sudden.
You got the football down there within 2 minutes. You still had the 2-minute timeout. And at that point, you still have 3 timeouts, and you're thinking, okay, this is going to play out. It's going to take a while, and it just kind of tick, and it went away. And Ralph said we get the victory, which guarantees you a winning season. Worst case, you somehow lose to Glenn this week. You finish 5-5.
Easy there.
I know.
It's easy there.
Somehow. Right?
Yeah.
If that somehow
the rapture happens and
and it starts snowing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then yes. But anyway, you finish with an even record, right? So there's not a losing record. And again, there's all kinds of things. And yes, you're looking for those victories. We'll talk about all that stuff as we talk about the playoff picture and Glenn and coming up at the last segment. But what we're going to talk about now is we're going to thank the sponsors bringing you Rouse Raider football, as well as Inside Raider Nation. That's Lone Star Paving, ROI Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, Mercy Veterinary Hospital and Pet Resort, Whitestone Fine Jewelry, Hargrove Roofing and Construction, Culver's. Had them today, were very good. Raising Cane, Sewell Jaguar Land Rover, Mo Design Company, Spencer Wheelwright, George General Contractors, Dave's Ultimate Automotive, Carlson Law Firm, 22 Yards Austin, Cedar Park Toyota, Southside Barbecue, 911 Pool Care, Austin Telco Federal Credit Union, and our academic sponsor, Grand Donuts. Is that wide receivers again?
I didn't see it. I had to leave early for a meeting, so I don't know who actually got it.
You know what? We've got somebody here today who's going to answer that question.
She's on top of it. She's on top of it.
BFO should have that answer. We're going to see if she's on top of things today. Coach Brooks is joining us here later in the show. But we also have to thank REDHORN Brewery and Roastery for their hospitality each and every week that they host Inside Raider Nation, as well as their support of Rouse Raider football. And now that we got that out of the way, I think we've got some highlights. We're going to go through those, and I just kind of alternated the end zone view and the tight view because I personally like those. And so we're going to go through them, and you guys, you've probably seen this film plenty of times, so you probably know exactly where in the game this is. Lots of highlights. And again, we talked about the game plan that you guys had going in, which seemed to be the game plan that really kind of exposed Eastview, if you will, for lack of a better term, but really a good game plan on both sides of the football, and the execution was there early, which especially in that third phase of the game, Special teams, big and huge. We're going to watch some of those highlights, and we'll talk about them here coming up. As you see, the final 24-21. Good to see the field goal kickers winning the game for you.
Yeah, I love watching our defense, especially these last few weeks. They've really been flying around, and I thought the defensive staff put a great plan together to make sure one who's a dynamic player just wasn't able to, pull the ball, because that's how he beats Cedar Park, is being able to pull that ball in that zone read and make plays, and we did a great job stopping him at times.
Yeah, and again, pressure in his face. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm telling you, I believe Tyler Simpson wants that one back. It was almost a early Christmas gift.
I was hoping he'd get him one senior who's worked his tail off to make plays, and he's really stepped up the last few weeks.
Yeah, but again, just pressure in his face, and then this right here.
We got guys setting the edge. Miles setting the edge, making that guy turn back. That seems like a simple play, but that's really hard to do, especially when the receiver's trying to set your outside edge and that kind of stuff. Once again, force the pull, and then we got Reed and Grayson and those guys, and Dylan White, all those guys playing a great role and stepping up and making plays.
Young guys stepping up, helping those seniors out, which it's exciting.
We asked those guys to play a different role this week too, and they stepped up and did a fantastic job. The future is definitely bright when it comes to that defensive unit.
Yeah, there. I thought, okay, he probably figured out, where am I at? I'm going to run it out. And almost like a kickoff return for Liam. He's just been a ball hawk this season. And even coming down on the run. You got to give it, he's probably had a probably one of the best sophomore seasons I can think of in a long time on the defensive side.
He was starting to get some Jordan Vice, throwback player, some Jordan Vice safety references.
Oh, look at that. That's old school.
Three turnovers in a year is, three interceptions a year. That's hard to do, and especially in today's modern offenses where you're reading, getting read, and different things. It's really, really hard to get interceptions.
And that last one, you just saw him, Coach, coming down on the run again. And this here, just good coverage over the middle.
Oh, Tyler,
yeah, the second one. He was really trying to help him out. Guerrero was like saying, hey, here you go.
I got to get over there and do some catching drills with those guys.
Yeah.
I was super proud of Tyler. I wish he would have got that one. That would have been big for his senior year.
Yeah.
Just look at all the white shirts getting to the body and gang tackling. That's really demoralizing for an offense when you have that many bodies running through.
Again, another young underclassman, Mark Hall, out on the edge there.
Trying to do a little jump techniques and in motion, trying to create confusion, and then we got bodies in his face, guys rallying to the ball, forcing a bad throw.
I think that's kind of really was his nemesis all night was the fact you were in his face, and then here that zone play just did not work at all.
Got Reed with the pink gloves and got the guys coming off the edge. Just really fun to watch our defense.
Again, tried the backside screen, and of course you've got players out there setting the edge. Not our footage, by the way.
And they've hit that against every team, and our game plan against that is tremendous. Right there, you see Grayson, forcing there, and bam, he took some licks.
Yeah, but Elijah's setting the edge, as you talked about. That's also key. I think what most people miss is like Elijah's setting that edge and not picking a side, and then.
So Cohen May, right? Peter has been our returner. Cohen May jumped in and kind of give Peter a break and do some different things. And then we've just asked just catch the ball, give us a chance, give us good field position. And then he turned a decent punt and gave us tremendous field position right there. And then at the time, we're coming out, we had a good drive, we get stalled out. 2 weeks in a row, unfortunately. Offensively, we haven't played as good as second half as we want and relied on field goals on our first drives coming out. And Mateus didn't realize that was a game-winning field goal at the moment.
Yeah.
Later on in the game, and it turned out, and he's done a great job, gets that ball high and does some great things. So, Peter here, so when I coach screens, I always tell the receivers, do not cut across the field because defensive linemen and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Peter, thank God he doesn't listen to me sometimes because he made some big yards, and you saw the receivers on that play also helping each other. Once again, Auburn Davis, multiple things he does in our but the blocking, his unselfishness in the blocking game. And you saw that. He had a big pancake block.
That's one thing Phil always mentions is the fact that sometimes referees, the old tush push, we call that during the game. That's the first time Tony gets to hit London in the back.
If it wasn't for Tony, we don't get in. He finished that up. London probably felt it in his back, but good assist by Tony there.
But we always talk about the receivers, and maybe officials don't know. And this here,
you'll see it coming up
right here, there.
Boom, right there, easy
just
block,
enough.
And then right here, drop, pancake block, finish it off. Man, I got excited. Under pressure, dumping in the flats. Most of the time we dump in the flats, we're expecting 6, 8, 10 yards maybe, and then you got the receivers doing their job down the field, blocking for each other. You've seen that all season long with these guys, and they're so unselfish. Like all receivers, they want the ball, but then beautiful setup, beautiful play design by Coach Boswell. This is his baby, and he's like, hey, it's time to do it. And Coach Hayers trusts us and said, all right, here we go. And it turned out to be a big play.
Flashback to 1985, quarterback under center, little power football straight at him.
We're football nerds, man. We love all that stuff. So we try to sprinkle it in.
Of course, Phil loves that because that's run blocking for those big old offensive linemen. They love that stuff, and he goes crazy. And he's definitely one that talks about the receivers, but then he's also talked about this offensive line. And you look at the pocket to be able to have the time.
The Hogs did some really good stuff. Obviously, our run game coming out of half, another adjustment we made. Thought they were going to do something, and they went back to what they were doing, and easy catch and completion for Auburn. And then again, when in doubt, third down plays, go find number 4.
Third and Davis.
Third and Davis.
Is what Phil likes to say.
Yeah. When in doubt, go to Davis.
We're going to have to now throw in that fun fact. Let's see, what is it? Big Phil's Friday football fun fact for fans and family. Say that fast 6 times. I promise you won't get through it because I had to slow down and think about it. But he's trying to find that. But then again, you talk about Liam You talk about Dylan White now back on that defense side, Grayson Simpson. Here's the thing that I think is probably the best thing that most people wouldn't look at, and you can probably attest to this, is that these guys that are these underclassmen, sophomores coming into varsity, yes, they're doing well, but they're being led by this great group of seniors.
Unselfish group of
seniors that are setting the standard of, like, as your receiver, and Phil said it many times, you got to block. It's not just running routes and catching the football anymore. I've got to block. And sometimes I think those officials don't know how well our receivers can block, and it's a holding.
And you saw that.
Yeah.
And actually, it ended up being should have been a double pancake for Auburn, because Fredo was on number 7, who's a heck of a player, and then we knew we had a combo him at times, and then you just see Auburn coming and cleaning up, and he actually knocked the linebacker over the receiver, and the referee just like, oh, that must be holding, because we don't see that very often.
Not from a receiver.
Not from a receiver, because not every team, and we take pride in it. So it's something that I've always believed in as the receiver coach here at Rouse. You've got to block on the edge, because it sets up so many other things for you. And this group of seniors, and of course Auburn being a junior, but this group of receivers just takes that, the old cliche, no block, no rock, and they block their, we get beat sometimes, like, because we're not the biggest group, but we know how to combo block, and we like to call ourselves, the line calls themselves the Hogs. We like to call ourselves the Piglets sometimes, or the Little Hogs.
The Little Hogs.
The Little Hogs.
Yeah, but you get the pancakes, as long as those are recorded, that's always good, right?
We love it.
We'll take it. Yeah. And, 24-21 and kind of crazy end. Like I said, the Vibe guys that broadcasting the game, I don't think Cody said they didn't say anything for the last 4 minutes of the game, because they were dumbfounded. They didn't know what was going on. They thought it was some kind of hidden secret or whatever. But I attributed the whole thing to being a game on Halloween.
Yeah. Weird things happen.
Exactly.
Weird
and
things
it happened, but it happened in the favor of the Rouse Raiders.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. And we'll talk about the district standings and kind of how all that plays out, and we'll do all the math, because Coach Elrod is a whiz at math and sorting out the playoff picture and giving us all the scenarios. That's why Coach Mann had you come tonight.
Sure.
That's why I'm trying to give you some credit there, Coach. Yeah.
No, I could tell the boys we were talking about SAT and ACT scores. I pretty much aced the reading and the writing part, but the math was so low
it's good. It was all averaged together, right?
Yeah. Remedial math classes. I took a lot of math classes just to get 3 hours.
Zero credit math.
If it wasn't for my uncle on Taylor's side, basically he taught math for 25 years. He goes, "You might be the worst math student I've ever had." I said, "Thank you, sir. D was for degree."
C's get degrees. That's what they say. Yep. Well, we have reached our first break. We're going to take a break, and we're going to hear from the Rouse Raider football DFO. She is excited to come up here, and she's got one of the managers that she's in charge of this season. We'll visit with them, and whoever else wants to come on up, Coach. I don't know. We may get the Rouse Football Booster president to come up.
It's a wild night.
It could be crazy.
It's a wild night.
It's going to be must-see TV here in just a little bit.
Must-see YouTube TV.
Yes, absolutely. We appreciate everybody tuning in to Inside Raider Nation. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back right after this.
At Mercy Veterinary Hospital, we treat your pets like family. From the moment you walk in, you're greeted with a smile and a compassionate team. Our experienced technicians handle your pets with the care they deserve, and our veterinarians truly listen, advocate for your pet's health, and provide expert medical care. We offer everything from routine wellness and vaccines to internal medicine, soft tissue and orthopedic surgery, spays and neuters, dental procedures, and breeding support. Mercy Veterinary Hospital, compassionate care, expert medicine, and a team who truly cares. Call us today or visit our office off Ronald Reagan Boulevard in Leander.
Welcome back to Inside Raider Nation. Joining me now here is so excited, the DFO of Roush Raider Football. That is Director of Football Operations, Coach Brooks. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. She has been waiting. We saved the best for last. The last week of the season, we said we got to have the DFO on. She was like, I wanted to do every week. I mean, yeah, you got the fans.
No, not at all. They're just being nice. they're just being nice out here.
And I don't know if that they can hear it, but that was a standing ovation. They can't see it, but you can hear it for sure. Because I think people may go, what does the DFO do? That's a good title. That sounds really cool, by the way, but you're the brains behind everything. You make everything kind of move in motion, the things that you basically keep a bunch of guys in line.
Correct.
That's pretty much it, right?
I'm a mom in that office.
Which, in that office, they need some of that at times, I'm sure. Some of those guys do. But kind of tell us, I guess, real quick, like, think about game day. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of moving parts. We always talk about the Booster Club and the production that they have to go through with concessions, the inflatable tunnel, just everything that goes on behind the scenes. What goes on behind the scenes in a typical day, like a Friday? We're coming up on this Friday, kind of just in your brain because now it's been etched into your mind forever, right? What does a Friday look like?
A Friday looks like we get there. Kids don't really have to check in until 7:30, but we have some operational stuff that we pack for the game. We have those sideline boxes that have our sponsors on them that house our replay system in it. And we pack all of the technology and equipment that we need to basically allow us to have film, have replay during the game, but also during halftime. We pack halftime snacks for the players in there. We make sure all of our film equipment goes with us. And so I get there in the morning. The managers have made sure everything was charged the night before, and we pack all that, and then we push that outside the door, and the athletic trainers put it in the U-Haul for us. And then I don't go out to practice that morning. Coach Mann kind of gives me some of that time back, whether that's starting to check grades over the weekend or that's texting Booster Club saying, hey, we need these things, making sure meals are on time, kind of getting a little bit into the next week, just barely. I don't have that much time in the mornings, or solving an issue with admin or stuff like that, whatever they need. And then I do teach a class, so I do have to go to class and teach that depending on the day it is and all that. But then I also am our head boys track coach, so I do go to the track period as well during that day. And then we head into game day. As soon as that bell rings, we are on a bus and we are rushing over to Gupton and making sure that, all the players got their meals, coaches got their meals, because if they don't, I am the first one to know about it.
I'm sure.
Try to solve that issue. But as soon as we get there at about 4:15, we are setting it up and we are hitting the ground running, making sure, we have the film up in the press box, film on the end zone, making sure everybody has their sideline passes that is supposed to, making sure everything's set up in the locker room that needs to be. So I'm most likely forgetting something. But just making sure that when it hits game time, that all of that practice script is going. Coach Mann leans on me a lot of, hey, when is this time? When is this time? And knowing that schedule that we get from the district and telling our managers, hey, this needs to be done. I'm also the behind the scenes fixer. So if technology goes down, I'm the one they are calling, and you've probably seen me run on the field. There's a problem if I'm running somewhere. So fixing all those, and then we pick it all up and bring it home and upload film and do it all again next week.
Do it again. You're not having to do laundry, are you? Have you trained the coaches to do laundry?
The coaches, God bless them, they do laundry.
Okay.
I have helped a few times just because I'm like, oh, we're in a bind, or I see them working really hard. But I can't go into the locker rooms, clearly because all the boys and stuff. So a lot of times if I do help, it's flipping laundry or it's in between the passing period. But I haven't helped very much on that. That's good. They don't make me do that very often.
It's good that those guys are taking care of that. Don't assume that female's going to have to do the laundry, right? right?
No, I
It's good that
clean the office instead.
See, there you go. See, I mean, everybody's got a job to do. That's how it all comes together. And I think, you know, we're in this role last year, and it was really brand new. And now, from what we're seeing across the state, because everybody wants to do the latest and greatest, they're trying to copy what Rouse is doing and what you're doing as a DFO. You got somebody in waiting that's kind of learning those ropes, and I think it's going to be the future DFO, which is Coach Elrod's daughter.
Yes.
I think she really is, and I think it's good from a female perspective to see that. Women's sports is great, but when you can find your niche in a male-dominant sport, and you've done it now not once but twice, because you're the boys' track coach, not the girls' track coach, by the way, the boys' track coach. And if you have a chance to go watch her at the track meet, she doesn't put up with anything. Kind of like with the coaches, she keeps them in line. I know she keeps Reed Henson in line, because that dude, he can get out of line quick. But he, you know, to me, I think that's a great thing. And to see other people trying to copy what you're doing, right? And you got to speak at the coaches clinic last summer, and kind of like, this is what I'm doing. And really, in all honesty, you were still figuring some stuff out.
I'm figuring a lot of stuff out.
But you're still learning all the time, right?
100%. When I stepped into this last year, I was like, okay, this is just the greatest needs right now. And then this season, I've come in and my heart was, you know, figure out now where we can tweak to be better. But then this year, I got Riley full time, and my biggest heart was teaching her.
Yeah.
Even as I'm learning, showing her different things, and just to see her growth in the last 10 weeks has been just a blessing, because a lot of people don't know, like, she's actually the reason why I said yes to this job in the first place. Just knowing that she's always been there with her dad, and giving her that outlet of, okay, there is a place for me, and showing her how to do that. And we've had to have some tough conversations, but I've had to have tough conversations with Coach Mann and I have a few friends that are DFOs in the state, and how they've done things, and it's not always comfortable conversations, but it's what has made us better. And our biggest thing is we want every high school in Texas to have this role, so more girls like Riley, who are coaches' daughters, can do the same. Yeah, she's been involved in it, because ever since she can walk, she's been out there with Coach Elrod after the games, and then she became the best ball girl in the state of Texas. Absolutely.
And so now it's like, okay, now I got another avenue into something that she loves, and she loves being around it. But I think too, it's also a good niche in one of those things to find that avenue for females in a male-dominant sport. And you have to have some pretty thick skin sometimes, right?
I have.
You've learned it's toughened up.
And I had thick skin to begin with. I'm the baby of my family, so I grew up being picked on. But yes, and that's something that I've had to teach my managers. I've had to teach Riley, is like, sometimes it's not at you. You just happen to catch the stray as that happens. But yes, you can't wear your emotions on your sleeve just because you are a female in a male-dominated world. It's not that it's emotionless, but it's, when is that right time, and what kind of emotions is that? And
so let me ask you a question. Because you are a female in a male sport, do they ever like walk around, like try to tippy-toe around you, if you will?
No.
No.
You have had every coach on here. No, they do not. They treat me like I am one of them in the office. They are very respectful of what I do. They support me. They see, they don't let kids talk back to me if I need to step in. They have my back just as much as I have theirs. And I always tell them, my role is to make your job easier. And when I say they are so supportive of something that's new that they're not used to either. Right. But they do not. They pick on me just as much as I pick on them. I think Elrod's just is one of the biggest culprits.
He's probably not Coach Elrod, not the guy that's been around for 17 years at Rouse, almost as long as Coach Mann's been there. But yeah, since the beginning, and that's always cool to see this kind of evolve, and where it's going to not only take the game, but now create an avenue for more girls and you and your career. And like, okay, I remember that year that Coach Brooks was a DFO and she started this whole thing, and now how it's grown. That's what excites me, is to see where this is going to go, not just for the future of DFOs, but for your future and your career. Because I think I see the work that she puts in, and we talk sometimes. I try not to bother her because she's got enough on her plate, especially when the technology didn't work. I'm like, okay, that's probably not the time to talk to her. No,
No, that is not the time.
I read the room well, is all I'm going to say, because that was not a fun time. Technology is great when it works.
Yes.
When it doesn't work and you're the one that they're looking at, it's always a little stressful. Let me ask you some other questions. Okay, you ready? I've got a long list. So I went and asked some of the guys, and they said, don't take it easy on her. Ask her some of the hardest questions you've ever had.
Did Reed tell you to do that?
I'm not going to say, but I won't tell you his name, but it starts with Daniel.
Rabarski.
And Rabarski's his last name. There you go. Just seemed you were paying attention. That's all good. Okay. Ernesto is a culprit as well.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah. What other sports besides football do you like to watch?
Golf.
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 Do you play golf? Do you chase the balls?
I shank the balls.
Shank. I drive the cart really well. Cody, on the other hand, has picked up golf from last year. And what's your lowest? 90? 89? See, he could make the high school golf team at Rouse right now if he was eligible, but he's way past that point.
I was going to say.
He's a few years out of graduation. He lost his eligibility. But what is the worst thing, in your opinion, about social media?
The false sense of reality.
False sense of reality. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, people think that that's what life is supposed to look like, or, everybody has it all together, but really,
no,
they don't.
Yeah.
And not everybody looks that way, acts that way, has everything materialistic, and so.
Yeah, to me, I think one of the worst parts about it, that is truly one of the false, I guess the false way you represent yourself is really the big thing. But I think, too, it's given everybody a voice. I grew up in the time when my opinion really didn't matter. My parents didn't care, and there wasn't social media. I get that. But it was, now everybody's got an opinion, and they think it matters, and you're supposed to listen. And just because it's on social media, that's not it. It's just another outlet.
Correct.
Right?
And
so,
no offense, I don't want to know about your opinion because you don't want to know about mine.
Exactly. But, and it's the negative part, too, I think, is the way people can take something like a YouTube clip and twist it around and make it. AI is good for some things. I don't know that it's good for everything. But anyway, would you rather be followed everywhere by ducks or have squirrels randomly throw acorns at you?
Followed by ducks.
Okay. You don't like squirrels?
No, I sat at a restaurant one time and a squirrel was above us on a tree and kept dropping acorns. And I was like...
So this happened. And that was totally out of the blue. I didn't know squirrels are randomly going to throw acorns at you, but there you go. Would you rather be famous on TikTok or rich but unknown?
Rich but unknown.
Yes. Yeah, I'm with you there. Favorite celebrity? Would you want to meet your favorite celebrity or take $1,000?
Take $1,000.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. I was going to say, a celebrity might give you $1,000. You never know.
But they're just another person like you and me.
True. They just have more money, right? Of course, I don't know. Coaches, I mean, the money you guys make is unbelievable. Yeah, it's totally, that's sarcasm.
I hope you caught the sarcasm.
That's sarcasm, heavy. Would you rather live in a world made of Legos or a world made of candy?
Candy. I have a sweet tooth.
Okay. What's your favorite chocolate candy?
Reese's.
Reese's. Okay. What's your go-to candy? Reese's?
Well, is it chocolate or is it
It can be any candy.
Probably Reese's.
Okay. Still with the chocolate. Mm-hmm. Dark chocolate?
Oh, I'll have it occasionally.
Okay. Dark chocolate is good for you. They said it's good for your heart, so I try to eat chocolate every day. There you go, Reed. Dark chocolate. Any Christmas ideas? Dark chocolate. I'm there. We
got you, Sonny.
Okay. Morning person or a night owl?
Night owl.
Are you really?
I don't like mornings at all. I may get up early, but I
don't like it.
Mornings.
Yeah. Who's your favorite superhero?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Okay. Have you ever cried during a movie?
Yes.
Okay. What movie? Saddest movie you can think
Who
of?
said it had to be sad?
Okay,
Can't
any
you-
movie. I'm sorry.
Can't you laugh? Do you
can-
cry?
Yes. I haven't done that too often, but
Oh.
yeah.
She's the Man with Amanda Bynes. Still a classic.
Still a classic. Biggest pet peeve?
Smacking.
Smacking gum, smacking food,
Smacking
just
in
smacking in general.
Can't do it.
So they're all,
Reed, you can't say that.
so there goes Savannah. You want some fries or offering you food? See if you'll smack.
Yeah, no.
Have you ever broken a bone?
No.
None?
None.
No? Okay. What sports did you play in high school?
I ran track.
Just ran track? No other sports? Volleyball? No? Soccer? Oh. Because, soccer, running, track. Maybe it's run hard, turn left. It's a little bit easier
Well,
than...
I was a hurdler, so you had to
okay.
have
So
some
you
type
run
of...
and jump.
Yes, you had to have...
That's where Reed got it. You coached Reed up, right?
I did.
And I'm telling you, when the first time I saw him line up to run hurdles, I'm like, is Reed in the right race? And then he smoked it down the end. I'm like, he is in the right race.
Well, and I told Reed, actually, he had asked me a few times. I was like, no, you're not doing it. Just because I was afraid he was going to faceplant. And then he ran one time, and I said, I'm sorry I ever doubted you. And then he
Never
ran
doubt
it
him.
ever since.
You never know, right?
No.
Especially with kids, right? You're like, okay, let's try it. Let's see what happens. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay. And then you look like a genius, right? Like, okay, yeah, I plan to do that the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He knows it.
Do you believe in aliens?
I believe, yes.
You do?
I believe that there's life outside of this universe.
Okay. Believe in Santa Claus?
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't believe, you don't receive.
There you go. I got to use that. I believe. So that way I'm set to receive. We're having the no obligation Christmas. I'm under no obligation to buy anybody presents. But they're not under no obligation to buy me any.
Okay, so you're about just the spending time.
Just spending time.
Oh, I love that.
That's just it, right. I mean, we used to do, and I told one of the coaches this. We used to, when our kids were younger, is we had 3 gifts. You get 3 gifts. Jesus only got 3 gifts, so therefore you only get 3. Gabby was probably the most simple one, and she said, "I want a pair of slippers. I want an alarm clock." And I'm like, "I can do that." Jacob, on the other hand, I want the Xbox 360. I want this. And he got the 3 most expensive things, which is a boy versus a girl.
But he was milking it.
Oh, he was definitely, he milked it for a number of years. I'm just going to say that. They get to be expensive. And I said, okay, well, frankincense, myrrh, they didn't cost that much back in that time. So let's scale back a little bit. But, anyway, favorite athlete of all time?
Sonia Richards-Ross.
Okay, she's probably a...
400 runner. Olympic 400
I was going to say,
runner.
I thought maybe it's a hurdler, but that's how much I don't know. Can you give me one word, describe yourself?
Bold.
Bold. First coach, there you go. This is the way you do it. Ask you one word. Most go, I can't give you one word, maybe 2. I asked Coach Elrod, and he gave me a list of things. No, I'm just kidding. Coach Elrod didn't. That's bold. I would say that. That's a good word. Very good. All right.
I use it quite often when people are like, you're this, this, and this. And I said, I'm bold.
I'm bold.
I'm bold.
Not extra. I'm bold.
I'm bold.
I'm bold. Right? Anybody ever called you extra?
Yes.
Yes. You're not. Yeah,
Yes,
she's bold.
all the time.
It's called bold now. We're using that word. Coach, we could go on and keep visiting, but we got to visit with one of your managers.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
dying to get on here,
Oh, I
so
know
we
she
got all the
has.
tough questions for her coming up. We appreciate your time, but before we let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to Raider Nation and all our coaches, and then all of my family that supported me, my village that continues to support me through all this.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Coach, and we appreciate what you do behind the scenes and sometimes in front of the scenes, right? You got to do it. You got to
Very
do it
rarely.
all. Very rarely, but you're there. We appreciate Coach Brooks joining us here on Inside Raider Nation. We're going to talk to one of the managers. Yeah. I didn't even cue that up. That was just...
They're just being nice.
They're just being nice.
They want
It's well
something.
appreciated. Another standing ovation for Coach Brooks here on Inside Raider Nation. We're going to take a break, come back with one of the players right after this.
At Mercy Veterinary Hospital, we treat your pets like family. From the moment you walk in, you're greeted with a smile and a compassionate team. Our experienced technicians handle your pets with the care they deserve, and our veterinarians truly listen, advocate for your pet's health, and provide expert medical care. We offer everything from routine wellness and vaccines to internal medicine, soft tissue and orthopedic surgery, spays and neuters, dental procedures, and breeding support. Mercy Veterinary Hospital, compassionate care, expert medicine, and a team who truly cares. Call us today or visit our office off Ronald Reagan Boulevard in Leander.
Welcome back to Inside Raider Nation. We have one of the sports managers here with us. We're going to let this young lady introduce herself. First and last name?
I'm Savannah Tebbets.
Okay, one of the managers, unsung heroes, the behind-the-scenes person.
Yeah.
Until you're on the sideline and you're hollering, "Go Raiders!" Yeah, yelling at the guys sometimes.
Oh yeah, all the
time. What other sports you play?
Flag football and track.
Flag football. Oh, so you're track. Run hard, turn left, or you do hurdles?
Hurdles with Coach Brooks.
Oh, okay. There you go. Well, I said I always make fun of track people. Run hard, turn left, because that's to me what track was. But it's more than that. It's running hurdles, right?
Yeah.
Flag football. That is the sport, and we can't go without mentioning you guys had flag football inaugural season last season, and you guys were in the Round Rock ISD with Stony Point, McNeil, Round Rock, who you defeated twice.
Yep. They were our biggest rivals, I would say.
They were.
Yeah.
And that was probably the best game. But you guys won the championship.
We did, undefeated.
Undefeated, just rolled through everybody.
Yep.
What are you doing after high school? Doing anything with track or flag football?
I'm actually committed to Shriner for flag football.
Flag football at Shriner.
Yeah,
Okay.
their flag football team's pretty good. They're still undefeated, and they're conference champions. So I'm excited to be a part of that.
Nice. Wow. There you go. Something else people didn't know. Flag football is the up and coming thing.
Yeah, for sure.
The Olympics. Right?
Yeah, 2028. Yep.
We may see a quarterback there.
Ava
Wallace. Or we could probably see a wide receiver. What would you call Landry?
She plays safety.
Safety?
Yeah. She gets a lot of pick sixes.
Yeah.
So I would call her
I
safety.
can see that. But yeah, it's pretty much like the guys' game. I think a little more intense because it's girls out there.
Yeah.
And it's really intense, especially when they're playing their rivals. But
it's a lot more like handsy than people realize. Like
there's a lot more physicality.
Our first game, one of our our backup quarterback, she broke her nose from a headbutt.
Headbutting each other, Reed. Imagine that. Flag football, I'm telling you, it's no joke.
Yeah.
It is no joke.
It's crazy.
What other sports do you like to watch?
Oh, college football all the way.
College football. Who's your favorite team?
Go Dogs. Georgia, all the way.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay. I didn't know that about you. I was on
I'm from Georgia.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
So, see, you're true to the Georgia Bulldogs. There you go. They play Texas.
They play Texas. Yeah, coming up.
Yeah.
A week or two.
They'll probably beat them again, right?
Oh, yeah. They suck this year.
Well, they not suck too bad because they beat OU, but that's all we're going to say. But anyway, we won't go down that road because that hurts my feeling. Do you watch NFL football?
I try not to.
Really?
I don't really like NFL.
Okay.
I only like the Texans because they sponsored us.
Okay, because they sponsored flag football. I get it. I was going to say maybe the Cowboys is.
Yeah, the Cowboys are.
Everybody's infatuated with the star. At some point in their life, they're like, I want to be a Cowboy.
My mom is a Cowboys fan.
There you go. See, I knew I liked your mom for some reason. Not just because she's your mom, but she's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to try to wrap this up so that we can watch the Cowboys play the Arizona Cardinals tonight, which, by the way, Coach Robinson, swim coach, is at the game.
Really?
Yeah.
I did swim.
Did swim, too?
My sophomore year, yeah.
What's one sport that you tried when you were younger that you're like, nope, never again?
Well, I was a cheerleader for 12 years. I did soccer for a while.
Okay.
I tried volleyball, and that did not work.
So volleyball is one of those. Nope, I'm not a volleyball player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I love swim, though. Swim was fun. I miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still got a swim team at Rouse.
Yeah, but I'm too late.
Too late. Too late.
Too busy doing other things.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. You got too many things on your plate. So after, what do you plan on majoring in college? Do you know?
Probably sports management.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm already doing it,
Yeah,
So.
I mean, this is kind of just helping your resume, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you can be around the DFO, I mean, it just kind of like that's just going to help as well, right?
Yeah.
So that's really good path.
Well, I don't really know if I'm going to pursue it after college.
Here's the cool thing is you don't have to really know what you want to do until you know when you grow up, because I still don't know what I want to do. I just get to do this, and just go get a degree and figure it out, right? So that's the thing. That's my advice to everybody. Just do what you need to do and then figure it out, because you got plenty of time. You're still young, even though you're 18. I mean,
I am.
Yeah, you're getting old. So really old, really old. If I opened up your phone, which I wouldn't do without your permission, by the way.
It's over there.
It's over there. What app is going to pop up first?
Oh.
Ooh, she almost said Snapchat.
I don't know. Probably Instagram, maybe.
Instagram? Okay.
I like seeing posts, especially with Halloween that just passed.
Yeah. All right. So is it TikTok or Instagram?
I'd have to say TikTok over Instagram.
Or pick
But
one.
TikTok.
TikTok.
But they're pretty.
Are you making TikToks or are you watching?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Who you making TikToks with? Who's your go-to?
Friends. I kind of post just myself.
Just yourself?
Yeah,
okay.
most of the time.
Dancing? Okay. Savannah's got a little hidden talent. We're going to find out.
No.
Netflix or YouTube? Pick one.
Netflix.
Okay. Pizza?
I'm only on YouTube, but I'm watching you.
Oh, there you go. Did you hear that? I just got one person watching me. Yeah. Pizza or hamburgers?
Burgers.
Ooh,
Wagyu.
burgers. Wagyu. Expensive taste. Good. I like it. Call or text?
Ooh, call. Because I feel like things get read wrong through text messages.
Yeah. Because I could be having a bad day. You send me a text, I read it completely wrong, right? Not that ever happens, but hoodie or jacket?
Jacket. Actually, no.
So
hoodie.
when it got cold,
pullover,
you were wearing the hoodie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not really a jacket.
Yeah.
Math or English?
I suck at English and math, but we'll go with math.
We'll go with math.
I have the better grade in math.
There you go. Dogs or cats?
I have 3 cats, no dogs. So I'm going to say
cat
cats.
person. All right.
Yeah.
Beach or mountains?
Oh, beach. I grew up in Georgia.
In Georgia? Okay.
30 minutes from the beach.
There you go.
Yeah.
Favorite subject in school? Be any of all time.
History's pretty easy, but I don't have history. I'm in government now.
Oh. Did you ever have Coach Yacht?
No.
No? He's an AP guy, right?
Yeah, I'm not that smart.
Okay.
I'm pretty on level.
All right. Hey, you go anywhere in the world for your dream vacation. Where are you going?
I really want to go to Greece. Greece and Italy.
Greece, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Just, the atmosphere, just the whole, just to see that countryside would be really cool.
Yeah.
First thing you do when you wake up?
Brush my teeth.
Brush your teeth. Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite holiday? It's coming up. It's coming up. You got 2 to choose from. One just
Probably
passed.
like New Year's. I feel like we've always had a fun New Year's at my house.
Okay. See,
Christmas is nice too.
Yeah, I was thinking Christmas, Thanksgiving, and you just skipped over right to the New Year. She's like, I want to,
I'm
put
excited.
that old behind us.
I'm excited for 2026.
All right. Yeah, it's going to hold a lot of fun things for you, right? Next chapter, as they would say.
Yeah.
What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Don't let people's words or actions control your mood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't let it ruin your day.
Yeah.
That's really hard in today's time, right? With social media and everything, just technology and everything, always tough. Anybody that you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
My mom.
No.
She's watching at home right now.
There you go.
Love her. Wouldn't have done any of this without her.
Yeah.
So thankful for her.
Always thankful for Mom.
Yeah.
In the fan club, Savannah fan club?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be out track season and watching you run those hurdles.
Oof.
And we'll probably get some pictures. A to Z will be out there taking some flicks. We'll flick you up.
Yeah.
Running hurdles, make the ugly faces when you're running.
Oh, I don't even. It's so bad.
It's so bad. We won't
so
do
bad.
that. We won't do that. We just do that to people that don't like us. I'm just kidding. We don't ever do that on purpose.
Get me before I run the hurdles, like
There
in the
you go.
block.
Or when you're celebrating at the end, the finish line.
Okay. There you go.
Not as you're jumping.
Yeah.
'Cause you never know how it's going to look. I got you. I got you. Well, we appreciate your time. We appreciate you coming on Inside Raider Nation, and we want to wish you good luck with flag football.
Thank you.
And maybe we'll get to watch you in the spring because you still got one more season, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Starting in April.
So maybe we'll be out there and we'll catch some flag football.
P-Field.
Yeah, P-Field. Yeah, it's must-see TV for sure. You get to watch it, and hopefully you get it to where it's broadcast maybe this season. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah.
But we appreciate Savannah joining us here on Inside Raider Nation. Take a break with our last segment, talk about Players of the Week and the upcoming game against the team that way. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Inside Raider Nation here from REDHORN Brewery and Roastery. And we got to keep the streak going. Got to give a shout out to Reed Henson. Reed Henson here, supporting Inside Raider Nation every week. Max Krondak, Ernesto Ramirez, Daniel Barski, Wes Miller.
Wes is here for the root beer.
Root beer? The root beer guy? He's like, yeah.
He's drank the whole little keg of it.
The whole keg. One of these barrels that they have in the barrel room. He's got the whole barrel over there, just a straw going into it. But we appreciate everybody joining us here. We're going to get to the Players of the Week, and we'll go through those. And we're going to start with the Varsity Players of the Week. They got Big Dog on the offensive side.
Let's go, Daniel Rabarski.
Daniel.
Come get your belt, sir.
Come on up, get your belt. Daniel Pancake Rabarski.
Had 3 pancakes? 2 or 3?
Got a belt buckle that big? Yeah. We'll have to see that with the boots on. I like it. Now you get thrown over the shoulder. Yeah, there you go.
Give the old championship.
Yeah, there you go. Daniel Rabarski, our offensive player of the week for the varsity.
Crowd pleaser.
Yes. And then on the defensive side, we talked about senior Tyler Simpson.
Yeah, Tyler.
Great game. I'm sure if he'd caught 2 interceptions, that would have been icing on the cake.
Yeah.
He is one of those that you love to see this because he's been working so hard all season and it's coming around. And then the Special Forces Player of the Week.
Cohen May, just Mr. Do-It-All, just unselfish kid, just whatever he can do for his team is all the time.
Yes, definitely. Comes from a great family. So
great kid, great family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the overall Player of the Week, the Christian McCaffrey lookalike, I believe, is who's coming up next. Let's see. It's a surprise. That is it.
And
right there, Auburn Davis.
He is now the season record holder in receptions at 71, broken record of 69 by a guy that we all might remember, Jalen Becerra.
Yeah, and if you don't, you're living under a rock because that's great company.
Yeah.
So breaking a record there. Lots of records broken this season individually, but I know the one thing that these kids aren't worried about that till the season's over.
It's cool later on, but they want they love to win.
Yeah,
for sure.
They definitely want to win. We'll start going through the sub-varsities as well on the JV side, the overall.
Yeah, Aiden Borhaus.
Yeah.
Another great young man, just keeps playing hard every week.
Love to see those guys getting the recognition. He had a great game last time I watched him play. And then for the JV offense, we couldn't decide, so we just threw a couple of receivers because it was a whole wide receiving group. So as a wide receiver coach, did you have any say on that? I'm just kidding.
No, I wish. No, I get to go with the freshman, and then the first thing out of Coach Ball's mouth when we kind of, it's funny how it all kind of, we all got back to the office at the same time, just the way the games were set. And first thing out of his mouth was just how proud of the receivers he was, because it's hard because they have to be the everything. They have to go represent a different team's offense, and then they have to perform at a high level on Thursday night, and then they get yelled at when they make mistakes. But they're a good young group coming up, so I'm really excited for them.
And then for the JV defense, this one, Maddox Maynard he's been having a really good year on that JV team, and he's going to be a beast. He's a big kid. He works really hard, and he's great hands.
Yep, plays both sides of the ball, learns, is doing a great job. Yes.
Yeah, it's the future's bright for that young man. And then on the Special Forces, Nolan Fritsch.
Yeah, just another kid that works hard and plays defense. We got the future's good.
Yeah,
got to put a little bit of muscle on the arms and legs, but
he'll get there.
What Coach Noble's for.
Yeah, exactly. He'll get there in the off season. And then we'll go down to the freshmen. They only had one team, but it was the defensive line.
Yeah,
as the overall.
They got pressure on that quarterback for ECU all night long. I don't even know if they had any positive yards by the end of we were getting pressure on them right away, and it was awesome to watch that group. And a lot of bodies. There was probably 8 kids rotating in on that D line, and there was not much of a drop off. So. And
then for the Maroon. This is a familiar last name. We just talked about his older sister, Landry, and now the brother of Leland.
Yeah, Leland's little brother, Landry's little brother, Lincoln. Big post route, big touchdown. Just another young football player.
Yeah,
great family, great support, and that family loves football, and he's just another example of that. So.
Yeah. And then on the defensive side, we've talked about Corbin quite a bit. And you start watching some of these kids, Nolan Jones and Rhett Rogers and siblings, right? And then Will Wright at the freshman level. You start adding Corbin Menifee in there and start looking at some of these pieces. That pipeline for the sub-varsities is...
He has a quiet demeanor, but, man, when he's out there on the field, he brings a pop.
Yeah.
Like, you hear him when he tackles, and that's rare.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm too old to get tackled because he hits you.
It would hurt. Yeah.
He hits you.
And then Special Forces, Ari, again.
So I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but this coolest moment, he kicks the ball off, and he is running as hard as he can, and he hits that returner, and his helmet comes down and breaks his own nose, still finishes the game. And it was so excited. I had the blood. Like, it was one of those cool football moments. He was excited for the blood going down.
J.J. Watt moment.
Yeah, J.J. Watt moment.
Yeah.
So he's a little sore, but, it was really cool. I love watching him play. He's a kicker. He's a running back.
He's former rugby guy, right?
Rugby guy. Just loves football.
Just loves it.
It's awesome. That group's cool.
Yeah, it's a good group. So congratulations. And then we got to go to Teacher of the Week.
Cool first name.
Chevy Hood.
Chevy Hood.
I thought it was like a mistype when you sent this to me. I'm like, okay, is he messing with? Is he thinking of something else? But actually, he's one of the math teachers at Rouse.
Yep.
And then one of the other managers for Rouse Raider football, Bennett Thompson.
Yeah, despite his dad, he's a great kid.
Despite his dad.
Yeah, he's a great kid. No, Bennett's awesome. Works hard. Trying to gets up early in the morning to be a manager in the baseball period, trying to be a baseball player, full slate of things, and just a cool kid to be around.
And then Brody Mack, your elite team player of the week, which Coach Mann talks about all the time. That's such an important vital role for the football team overall, right? Just being that presence and being that look to give the other team, to give the varsity, to prepare them for the next week. And sometimes that's overlooked, but that's one of the reasons we highlight the elite team player of the week.
It's not flashy,
sure.
And Brody, obviously big role player for our defense, does a lot of great things, but he comes over there during our good on good time, and he's not taking it easy on Ernesto and Daniel and all the Roman, all those guys. So he's doing the best look he can, and still trying to do his stuff that he's responsible for. So, we appreciate Brody and all the other guys that get that award week in, week out.
And he's been staying healthy. That's the main thing for that kid, staying healthy. And he's really been an anchor on that defensive line, too. So, congratulations to all the players of the week, and those will be up on social media here later after the show. And, Coach, we're going to talk a little bit about that team that is 0-5 against you guys. We can say that, and that's me, the media, not the coaches, so don't use that and take it and make it a meme. But that team has never beat you guys.
Not at the varsity level, no.
No, they haven't.
No.
And so, again, here's one of the things, and I know you know this as a coach, with those teams that don't have a winning record, they don't have anything to lose. And because you have that record of being able to be successful against them, is that more pressure on you guys? And does that worry you that they're going to throw everything at you, including the kitchen sink and the neighbor's kitchen sink?
Nah, we know they're going to come after it. It's a big game. It's a big week. I mean, they're 0-5. It's a big game for their community. It's a big game for our community because we're not going to lose to them. It means something to both communities. So it's a big deal. They're going to throw everything there. We expect fake punts. We expect onside kicks. We double passes, reverses. All those things are going to happen. I mean, they're 1-8 on the season. They have nothing to. The biggest thing they can say when they come to the banquet is they beat Rouse.
Yeah.
That's how kind of we've been there in this program as well. You get those big wins, program building wins like that. That's nothing. Those seniors that never beat Rouse, and that's something they could say that hey, we beat them. That's what they're putting all their eggs in their basket this week is to go beat Rouse, make your senior special, do something that nobody else has done.
Right.
So you can sell that as a coach for them on that, but. For us, we're going to do what we do, and that's beat Glenn.
Yeah, and it's execute at a high level, right? And that's what you guys talk about each and every week. It's this week, executing on special teams, not missing assignments, not having to, taking care of pre-snap penalties, taking care of overall penalties after, because it's going to be chippy. There's going to be things said. There's just that intensity that goes along with this type of game. But I think
you must have been in our meeting today.
I was listening, by the way, just in the hallway.
Yeah.
But those types of things, that's what I think you as coaches worry about, right? Is that going to get out of hand? And it's really hard to control that. I get it, because a lot of familiarity between the kids and they know each other. And then, of course, you start getting the stuff that nobody wins a game on social media, but then that becomes a part of this whole week and everything. And it's just like keeping all the noise out. Let's go play football, execute, do what Rouse offense has done. Because we've seen the explosiveness, and we've seen the 14, 16 play drives as you're just methodically carving them up down the field and taking what they're going to give you. But then it's also on the defensive side. Can you get those turnovers that spark your offense to say, let's go for the jugular and go for it early? Because I think even in the Eastview game, that's really what could have happened. Just a couple of misses, right? That opening play, you hit that one, that changes the whole trajectory of that game. And then the defense gets the turnovers, which, last season, they weren't that opportunistic on turnovers. But you have been this season. So what is one key for your offense? And thinking of that offensive group and what you guys have done all season, what's going to be the one key that's going to get them on track where that train is coming down the track? That it doesn't matter who you put in front of you, it's not going to stop them.
I think you already nailed it. Control the pre-snap penalties. We can't get holding calls. We can't get false starts. We can't have motion issues. We can't have alignment issues. So eliminate the pre-snap mistakes. That's going to keep us on track, stay ahead of the chains, and then just be patient. Our explosive plays will come through our system. If it's a 1 to 2 play drive, it's going to happen. If it's a 14 play drive, it keeps our defense off the field. That's good. That's great football.
Yeah.
As long as they finish in points, in particular 6 with a followed by a PAT, that's what the goal is every drive. Every play is to get positive points, and we just do that. We're fine. Mateus has done a couple things here and there when he comes in and has a kick field goal. He's been pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Don't like to see Mateus out there besides kicking PATs, but he got points, and that's we just got to stay on track, and we can't let the outside noise that could potentially happen.
Yeah.
They're a 3-4 defense, and they changed their offense, but they're still wanting to run the ball with some play action, and just control that and control the third phase, and just make sure we don't give up a big play there.
Yeah, and finish it off strong, because it is going to be senior night. There's going to be a lot of emotions going into the game and then thinking about that game as you get to the finality of it. And Phil and I talked about it off air after the Eastview game. It's like, okay, we got the last week of the season. It's going to be senior night. And immediately his response, and this guy's been, he played at the highest level, and he's been out of the game for a while, but he always thinks back to his senior night and knowing how special that is. Is that going to be hard to control? Have you talked to your guys about that night and kind of how to handle it?
The big thing for us is there is opportunities that we got to have help, but we still have something to play for. So we got to control our emotion during the game, because there could be another week.
Right.
Where Glenn, on the other hand, they know they're done.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily know if we're done Friday. So we got to control our emotions, and then senior night's always emotional. Even if you win, you have it next week, because that's your last time potentially playing at, for us this year's Gupton. In the past it's been Bible. Those are always emotional, because you spend your entire life, especially these kids that, they go to the games when they were in youth league, and you go to those home stadiums, and this is your last time to actually get to be a part of that. And so every senior night's emotional, regardless of if you get a playoff week 1 or whatever, because you don't always know if you get to ever come back to your home stadium. So those are always emotional. We control, and the biggest thing is there's going to be tears, but make sure those are happy tears and happy hugs at the end of the game when you beat your, I guess they call it a rivalry. Yeah. When you beat the neighboring school, and it's always fun to.
I think Coach Mann said a rivalry. You have to at least win one game in order for it to be a rivalry. Is that
equal rivalry? I guess.
I'm not trying to give any.
They call it a rivalry. Leander can call it a rivalry.
We're not calling it.
We can call it a rivalry with Cedar Park. We all.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We won't put any more bulletin board material.
One school's always going to call it a rivalry.
Yeah, absolutely. See, Cody, if you can throw those district standings up and then kind of paint this somewhat clear picture, I guess. Where everybody sits. Georgetown sitting at 6-0, and they're controlling their own destiny. They're going to play against Cedar Park, which Cedar Park sitting at second with Eastview losing to Rouse. 6. You look at the overall record in the parentheses there. Lake Belton at 4-5, 3-3, along with Rouse at 3-3. So they hold the head-to-head. Some things have to happen. Chaparral has to miraculously somehow beat Lake Belton. Georgetown, even if, and that really I think is just for seeding as far as second, third type thing, right? If Georgetown beats Cedar Park, then obviously it's a 1-2 finish. Eastview beats Leander, that stays that order.
There's a potential we could jump into third place.
Yeah.
If Leander beats Eastview, Lake Belton gets upset by Chaparral, we could jump into third place and all that kind of stuff. You see these overall records. The hard part is looking at that 5-4 when, we all know as we've gone through the season, we could very easily be 9-0 right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, football is not a fair game.
Yeah, because the football gods aren't looking at the team that literally is playing this week. I think they're down in the valley. They're 1-8, and they're playing for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
Yep.
But again, you look at a 5-4 record, and I think overall, the thing is, like Coach Mann always says, we're just going to play this game this week. You can control your own destiny, play within yourselves, not too high, not too low, and let's see what happens at the end of it.
That's all we can do. Beat Glenn. We control that's one thing we get to control is beat Glenn. We can't control what Leander does. We can't control what Eastview does. We can't control what Lake Belton does.
Yeah.
We can control what we control, and that's us as coaches giving these seniors the best opportunity to get a win on senior night against a local school that we don't like. They don't like us. We don't like them. It's very clear, and let's go on top. And, that is our job as coaches to make sure that this moment for them is special. And that's all we can do.
And give your best, right? And both sides, right?
All three phases.
Yeah.
Give those kids that play in those opportunities, give them their moment.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like. If that's a sideline moment, if that's a touchdown moment, if that's a big tackle moment, PAT moment, whatever that looks like, we give them that moment. Yeah. And we got to, and that's what we went into this weekend as coaches. How do we get these kids their senior moment, or the moment on the field where they get to walk off and win? It's going to be emotional no matter what. But let's go get the win.
Yeah. Might as well make it, like you said, happy tears if there's going to be any tears at all.
Make it happy tears.
Happy hugs and let's walk off there.
Let's go into off season on a high note if that's what we're doing,
and finish out 6-4.
Finish out 6-4.
Right.
It's a hard-earned 6-4.
Yeah, especially in this district. We talked about that at the beginning of the season. Probably one of the hardest districts in Central Texas to play in.
Absolutely.
Top to bottom.
Absolutely.
Because nobody picked Eastview to be where they're at.
And you saw how tough Leander game was. I mean,
So
it's not easy.
It hasn't been easy, but we appreciate everybody tuning in to Inside Raider Nation. We appreciate everybody showing up, and the DFO getting a double standing ovation. I don't know that anybody's got 2 standing ovations.
She's just special.
She's special
she yells
in her own way.
She yells at all the kids more than any coach, and they just
when they respond. Yeah. And she's got a good protege on her side. So future DFO. There you go. She shows up.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. We'll see. She's always been my buddy. She's been football. She was actually born on the bye week of a football season.
Bye week
of a football season.
You planned that. That's good planning.
No, not really. She was born on a Wednesday. We were in Dalhart, Texas. She was born on a Wednesday. I actually had to go scout on Friday. I didn't know any better as a young coach. I had this thing called paternity leave. I had to go scout. And her very first football game was Dalhart versus Sweetwater in Plainview, Texas.
Well, look at that. Man, that is good memory because that's a while back.
That's
a few years ago.
17 years ago.
17 years ago, and he still remembers that.
She's been a Rouse Raider since she was 8 months old. And
the best ball girl in Texas, future DFO. I mean, there's lots of things that can go at the end of her name.
She's probably looking at me saying, "Hey, Dad, quit talking about me. We got to go watch the Cowboys."
Got to watch the Cowboys, and she's a Cowboys fan, which makes it even better. So we appreciate that. We appreciate Coach Elrod sitting in for Coach Mann. Hopefully things go well up in Belton.
Yeah, that's cool. Get to see Judson play his last college game of the season, and that special time for him getting to see Jace coach Judson play. I'm glad he gets the opportunity. I'm glad he trusts me enough to come up here and ramble and be a part of this, even though I was supposed to do it one week and then didn't show up.
Yeah, well, of course, when I text you from here and no service, it never got to you. So
you handled it well.
It was all good.
You were good.
It was all good. Yeah, I had to do that. You don't want to do it too often. That's for sure.
Nope.
But we appreciate Coach Elrod sitting in. We appreciate everybody on the A to Z Sports Media team, the Rouse Raider Football Booster Club, President Don Miller. We appreciate him. Vice President Kevin Robarski. Stephanie Witten, our treasurer, all committee members. You have to thank them for all that they do each and every week, and they've got one more week to do it at senior night, so there's going to be a lot more production going on behind the scenes, but we appreciate all they do. We appreciate our sponsors, and no better way to thank our sponsors than going by and buying of their goods or their services. That's the best way to thank them.
Give them some money.
Give them some money and keep it local, that's for sure, because they support Rouse Raider football and Inside Raider Nation. So for everybody on the A to Z Sports Media team, for the executive producer, Mr. Cody Franks, and our co-host, Coach Elrod, I'm Sonny Zepeda, voice of the Raiders, saying good night and God bless. And as always, go Raiders.
Go Raiders.